if I'm going from this same inspect portal, I'll just click on the Builterra logo. That'll bring me back. And what we're going to do now is we'll go to the tender portal that we were in previously. And if you remember, we did see some progress in the tender for this. Now that we've done some roadworks in the app, we can also see that the roadworks has ticked along a little bit here. And these quantities are coming from, again, from the mobile app diary. So now what I want to do is I want to create a PQR based off this information. So we have pricing, we have progress. Now let's create the PQR. So to do that, we would use this blue pencil here, and that will bring me to the payment page. Basically, this is what you do. You click this green button here. We'll call this PQR1. We'll say that this is for, this date range looks good, but the month of February. Hit the create button. And now what it's just done is it's taken the quantities within that date range. It's figured out that the amount this period is going to be 82,000. If I want to know how we got, $23,000 in roadworks, or say the water main, how we got here, I could click on water main. And what that'll do is it'll show me the entries that are, making that happen. If I want to know how we got to 40 meters of this particular pipe, I can hit the details button, and what that'll do is it'll tell me that on February 1st, this was put in at 40 meters. If I also click on, I believe, this item here, I should see that this is an example of an item that has multiple entries contributing to the overall amount for the time period. And in this case, we can see that it's coming from multiple days. Now, if I'm wondering where specifically this 15 came from, I can click on the View Inspection button, and that will actually bring me straight to the inspection page for this day's report. I can look at the contract items. I can see the other contract items that were done on that same day. I can see the photos that were taken that day. I can see the equipment that was on site. In this case, there wasn't any, apparently. I can see any notes if they were there as well. I can also use the View Report button to download that same PDF that we saw earlier in the app. So it's all very connected, and if the report were to update, these values would update as well. Now, one question I get a lot is, okay, well, what if I need to make a change for the contractor? You can also do that here, so you can add an entry here to say, okay, well, actually this item was, actually it was, 38 or something like that. So we can put a -2 on that and add a little note. Right, so that can all happen, and that will update the payable quantity to date for this item. All right, basically what we can do from here is if we're happy with kind of what we see, we can use this download payment certificate button here. And what that'll do is it'll take all the information that we have so far, put it into a document. And what we'll see in just a moment here is that it actually generates the PQR the way that Ottawa likes it. Or maybe it doesn't, because I didn't set the setting to the Ottawa PQR. All right, now it should, sorry. Okay, so that looks a lot better. So this is the Ottawa PQR. If you've done any sort of work for Ottawa before, you've probably seen this document. Builterra, as we were talking, just generated a brand new instance of this document. So every time you download it, it actually generates a brand new one. It doesn't go download one from somewhere. So we have code that tells it what to do. And basically what this is doing is, again, it's taking your quantities that are entered. It's generating this document. It's doing all the math for you. If there were any change orders, they would show up here. Some of this information is coming from the project information that we entered in earlier. So it's all happening automatically. If I want to know in depth what's going on for this granular A item, I can click on that link there. It'll bring me to the individual page that gives me the breakdown for that particular item, and it will tell me that on February 10th there was a quantity of 20, and that was one that we put in earlier, and there doesn't happen to be a note, but you can imagine that at the end of a project this item would have many entries all over the place, and you'd be able to view that information. And again, this is what Ottawa has been doing for a long time. That doesn't have to change because they're using Builterra. This document is generated automatically, and it's also generated in a standardized way, so everybody kind of produces the same looking document. And if Ottawa updates the way that they want these things to look, we do it in Builterra, and then any documents going forward are updated with the latest and greatest.